Tivoli Gardens is always one of the must-see attractions here in Copenhagen, Denmark. But if you come to Copenhagen in the Christmas season, it becomes extra magical as it's a winter wonderland and one of the world's oldest amusement parks. Join us today as we give you some tips on how to make the most out of your experience at Tivoli Gardens at Christmas time. Our first tip is to make sure that you enter Tivoli at the main entrance. Although there's two entrances, the main one is much more magical, and we'll show you why. See? Doesn't this get you in the right mood to come to Tivoli?
Now some practical information for your trip planning needs. Tivoli opens for Christmas each year from late November until New Year's Eve, and they're only closed on Christmas Eve or the 24th. Tivoli Gardens is open daily from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. from Sunday through Thursday, and they stay open an extra hour until midnight on Friday and Saturday nights. There is paid entrance for Tivoli, however, it's free for kids under 3 years old. It's only 70 kroner or about 9 euros for kids aged 3 to 8, and anyone over 8 years old will be paying 155 kroner or around 21 euro for entry. Entrance to Tivoli Gardens does not include the ability to ride rides. You'll have to pay for those extra, which you can do per diem or as you go. However, you can save money if you're going to go on several rides by purchasing an unlimited ride pass for an additional 169 kroner or 23 euro. Think about how many rides you're going to go on as you're planning your trip and plan accordingly.
Now, one of the biggest tips may seem like one of the most obvious. You're in Denmark in November or December, so you want to make sure that you're staying warm. And being outside in Tivoli for a few hours to enjoy all of the winter wonderland and Christmas excitement means you got to dress for the part. So wear a heavy jacket, a scarf, gloves, and I'm even wearing a sweater and long underwear underneath my clothes. This is going to keep me nice and warm so that I can enjoy myself and even have a hot chocolate to do that final touch and keep me nice and warm while I'm visiting Tivoli.
The white building behind me is the Hotel Nim. It's a 5-star hotel. It has a phenomenal restaurant inside as well. Probably one of the most expensive eats you can have here around Tivoli. Tivoli also has plenty of places that you can eat, including the Tivoli Food Hall. But if you want a money-saving tip, one thing you can do is you can leave the park and then re-enter later. So you can go off and make a picnic of your own or go to a cheaper dining option than some of the ones they have here in the park. Main thing you want to make sure you do when you exit is get a wristband so you can get your re-entry when you want to come back after you eat.
Another money-saving tip that you can use all year round is that Tivoli Gardens allows you to bring your own food and non-alcoholic beverages into the park. You can enjoy them in the open area in front of the event stage, and there's a Netto supermarket, which is a 5-minute walk away from the main entrance to Tivoli in City Hall Square.
Now, another thing you're going to want to make sure you do before you plan your trip to Tivoli at Christmas is download the Tivoli app. This is going to be a huge help so you know the schedule of events and the program for that day. You'll also be able to find out where things are within Tivoli to do the things that you want. For example, you may need to know where to go to see Juleman or Santa Claus. You may want to know if there is a Christmas parade that day, or what other shows are going on in the park, like the light show on the lake and what time that starts. All of this can be found within the Tivoli app, as well as different ride photos and other things that you can buy, purchase, and use to take advantage of on Tivoli's app.
We're here on the weekend, as you can probably tell with a huge queue behind me of all the kids trying to go see Santa Claus, or Juleman as he's known here in Danish. The weekends are a busy time here at Tivoli Gardens. If you can, come here on a weekday, especially during the day, so you avoid when families may come here after school as well.
The ice skating rink inside of Tivoli not only looks gorgeous, but ice skating is a fantastic way to spend time in Tivoli. For 75 kroner, you can rent both skates and a helmet all day until 45 minutes before closing.
We know you're coming to Tivoli at Christmas time, where the best time of day to come visit is probably in the late afternoon. The reason why is you're going to get to see Tivoli both in the daylight and in the dark. The reason why is that Tivoli's magic really comes out in the darkness. You see all the illuminations on the lights all over the park at that time. Plus, you also get to see some of the amazing light shows they have. And you don't have to worry about being out that late because we're here in Denmark. The sun sets early and it'll be about 4:30 and it'll already be dark in the park at Christmas time.
Now, another way that you can save a little bit of time when you're coming to Tivoli is if you pre-purchase your tickets online. Now, this will probably be just the entry to the park itself. You can buy those online. We'll put some links in the description that you can do that at no extra cost and support the channel. We'll also put links where you can purchase the Copenhagen card. That also can give you free entry into Tivoli, and then you'll need to upgrade to a ride pass or tickets if you go on any rides once inside the park. But if you want to know if the Copenhagen card is worth it for you and your family, you'll have to watch this video right here and make that determination yourself. We've got it all set right here for you to see if the Copenhagen card is worth it, but we know you'll love Tivoli at Christmas. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hi.